Hello everyone, my name is Sachin Venkat and I am part of the product team at Nakisa, which is a global leader in enterprise business solutions for organization design and accounting and compliance. In today's presentation, I would like to talk about the Nakisa HR Suite and showcase the native integration that we offer with Workday ERP. So Nakisa HR Suite is an organizational transformation solution that helps you visualize, analyze, and model your organization to support your most complex business transformations. In terms of the agenda, I will start by giving you an introduction of our company, Nakisa. Then I will talk about Nakisa's different product offerings and the Nakisa HR Suite. This is our next generation solution, which we've been working on this year. Then I will talk about the native integration that we offer with Workday, and of course, I will provide a demonstration of the solution where I will be showcasing our integration. Let's talk about Nakisa. We started in the year 1990 as a consulting firm. We built our first org chart product in the year 2001. We have more than 20 plus years of experience in the HR domain and serve more than 300 customers who are predominantly in the banking and financial services, oil and gas, transportation, IT, and telecom services industries. We have more than 280 employees who are located in our US, Canada, Singapore, and Pakistan office locations. We build innovative SaaS solutions that cater to the enterprise segment, and our focus is on building cloud-native solutions that are based on microservices architecture, which are scalable, secure, and rigid. And security is something that we take seriously, and we are SOC 1, SOC 2 compliant, also ITGC compliant, and our solutions are GDPR ready. So, what are our product offerings? In terms of our cloud business solutions, we are a global leader focusing on two main product lines. On the left-hand side is the Nakisa Finance Suite, which provides end-to-end lease management solutions for lessee, lessor, and real estate to comply with lease accounting standards such as IFRS 16, ASC 842, and GASP 87. And the second product on the right-hand side is the Nakisa HR Suite. This is an AI-driven organization design and analytics solution. Nakisa HR Suite consists of three main products. Nakisa Org Insight helps us answer questions regarding the current state of the organization or what is happening now. For example, the organization visualization capability allows for the visualization of your current HR structures, including company structures, organization or department structures, and position structures. The real-time analytics dashboards allows for visualization of different workforce, organization and turnover metrics such as headcount distribution, voluntary versus involuntary turnover, etc. to support your decision making for the HR. Our next product, Nakisa Org AI, helps us answer the question, what might happen in the future and why is it happening? It leverages machine learning, statistical modeling, and historical data to understand the root cause analysis of a problem, predict future events, and recommend potential solutions for a detected problem. For example, Nakisa Org AI can be used to predict the turnover, and retention strategies could then be planned to retain the high performers in your company. The last product is the Nakisa Org Design. It helps us design the future state organization that addresses the various problems that we have discussed so far. So organization design provides the blueprint of the future organization that helps achieve your strategic objectives, and workforce planning provides the map of how to get there. So this is an overview of the Nakisa HR Suite. Now let's talk about the integration with Workday. The data flow diagram that you see on the screen shows the data exchange between the Nakisa HR Suite and Workday. The integration is enabled through APIs, and specifically Nakisa uses the SOAP messaging protocol to integrate with the Workday ERP. The integration is made secure by enabling the data exchange between the applications through the secure TLS tunnel over HTTPS. So getting into more details, Nakisa initiates the data extraction through a GET call requesting the data in an XML format. The Workday application responds with a payload that is then transferred through the TLS tunnel in an encrypted format. Once the payload reaches Nakisa's end, the data is passed through the Workday connector that we have built, which decrypts the data and updates the Nakisa's database. So this concludes the high-level data flow diagram of the integration. Now we have the fun part, which is the demonstration of the solution. So for the demonstration, I will be using different personas. We're going to be proxying in and out as different people. First, I'm going to log into Workday and show the supervisory structure that they have. And then I will log into Nakisa HR Suite backend as James Hawk. James will be the system administrator who will be responsible for setting up the Nakisa HR Suite. That is, setting up the data mapping, the integration, etc. Then I will log into the Nakisa HR Suite's front end as Catherine Gibson to show you the extracted supervisory structure from Workday. She is an org chart user who likes to access the org charts in the Nakisa HR Suite from time to time to get more information on the organization hierarchy. Without further ado, let's jump into the demonstration. Let's start from the Workday instance and load the org chart. As you can see here, I'm using Catherine Gibson's credentials to log in into the Workday instance. As soon as I log in, I'm going to be selecting the view org chart based on my role function. So this is going to load the facilities department org chart where Catherine Gibson's position belongs. So Workday supports different structures, that is the supervisory structure, position org chart, matrix structures, etc. So the out-of-the-box configuration in Nakisa HR Suite supports the supervisory structure from Workday. But of course, the other structures can also be configured into the Nakisa HR Suite. But in today's demonstration video, we will focus on the supervisory structure in Workday, and we are going to be seeing how to leverage this data in the Nakisa HR Suite. To begin with, let me click on the Catherine Gibson's position to begin with. As you can see here, there are a number of fields which I could see here. That's the employee ID, position title, job information, the hire date information, and contact dates. So Nakisa HR Suite comes with a number of these attributes pre-configured within the application. So based on the experience with working with our customers, the out-of-the-box data mapping that we provide covers most of the fields that the customer maintains within the Workday application. But there are certain unique position-related fields such as management level, which I could see here. So in order to bring this information, we would need to use the extended data model inside the Nakisa HR Suite. Now let's log in into the backend of the Nakisa HR Suite, and let's see how to extract this data into the application. What you're looking at is the login page of the Nakisa HR Suite. Now I'm going to be using James Hawk's credentials and be logging in as a system administrator into the admin section of the Nakisa HR Suite. So let me select login. So within the admin page, let me select the data integration management section in the left side panel. So within data integration management, let me select Workday extraction. So it's within this page where I will be setting up the integration with the Workday instance. So what you see is the connector page where we would be establishing the connector string. So we would need to key in three different details. One is the base source URI, which is the API URL which we need to enter, and then we need to enter the username and password of the account that we would be using to import the data into the Nakisa HR Suite. So please note that you have right permissions that are required to import this data. So now that I've keyed in this information, let me test this connection. As you can see here, we have an established connection, which means that this particular credentials and the API URL is working. Now let's get into the mapping section and see how to connect the different fields in your Workday application with the fields in the Nakisa HR Suite. As I said earlier, Nakisa HR Suite comes with a number of pre-configured mappings which could be modified here. So what you have is the default mapping which could be loaded, but I've also tweaked this default mapping to suit my requirement, and I've saved it within the mappings page. Let me go ahead and load that. So within the resource mappings section, I have access to different tables that are available within the Nakisa HR Suite. So let's concentrate on one of the tables, which is jobs. So within the jobs section, in the left hand side, I have the option to select the Hanley fields, which is in pick list here. And then on the right hand side, what I have is the resource name or static value. This is where I would enter the API endpoints of the Workday application. And then the resource field that you can see on the end of this section is basically where you enter the XPath of the various fields within these endpoints. And we could also make use of the capability called transformations in the Nakisa HR Suite to map certain values of fields in Workday to certain new fields in the Nakisa HR Suite. And let's see how we could do that. So let's concentrate on this fourth field, which is the job name. So we are getting this job name information, and we are making use of this transformation as the marketing coordinator job would need to be mapped to the marketing analyst job in Nakisa HR Suite. Also, the web designer job must be mapped to the web programmer job in the Nakisa HR Suite. So this is something that you can easily configure by using the add transformation option here, and you can and then you can hit save. For unique fields maintained in your Workday application, you can always use the extended data model in the Nakisa HR Suite and import that information. We are going to be specifically seeing how we are going to import the position management level field which was stored in the Workday. So for that, we can make use of the position extents table here. So within the position extents table, we would need to key in the corresponding Hanley custom field that we have created. So in the last drop down that you can see here, let me select text 1. So text 1 is basically the custom field management level which I've created within the Nakisa HR Suite. So it's not just the text field, but you can also import a ton of date fields, Boolean fields, and long text fields, among others. So let me select the text field here, and I would need to key in the endpoint of the positions management level field, and then I would need to key in the XPath. So once I go ahead and do that, I can save this particular mapping that you can see here and start the extraction process. So in the extraction process, I have a couple of options. I can do a full extraction, which you would normally do during the beginning of your project, or you can do a delta extraction where you can do it to push all your data changes into the Nakisa HR Suite. So this is something that I've already done, and you can also move to the extraction history section if you would want to see a log of the different data that you have pulled into the application. Now let's log in into the front end of the Nakisa HR Suite and see how exactly is the extracted data in the Nakisa application. So first let me log out and log in using Catherine Gibson's credentials into the front end of the application. So what you are seeing is the Nakisa HR Suite's front end. So in the left hand side, we have the organizational structure where we load the supervisory structure that we've extracted from the Workday application. And what you're seeing is the various solid line and dotted line reporting structures that could be directly loaded. And we also have access to various organizational design scenarios and org modeling capabilities, which could be carried out by the org design specialists in your company. And we also have access to a ton of out-of-the-box organization analytics, which could be utilized to understand the health of the organization. Please note that we have additional demonstration videos to showcase the Nakisa HR Suite's capabilities. But in this video, let's focus on loading the structure that we have extracted from Workday. Let me load the legal structure. So what you're looking at is the org unit to org unit reporting structure that we've extracted from Workday. But as you know, there are also some positions under the facilities department, which is where Catherine Gibson belongs to. So in the details page of Catherine Gibson, you can see that we've extracted the different data fields that we were able to see within the Workday, such as the position ID, the position's location information, the contact information of the employee, and the job information of the employee. We've also used our extended data model to import the management level information of that particular position. So this concludes my presentation, and thank you for your time and for tuning in. Please reach out to us if you have any questions on the integration or on the Nakisa HR Suite. Thank you.